Good day everyone. Today, our group will be presenting a debate on human-computer interaction analysis of Samsung Smart TV. We will discuss 5 important HCI aspects, which are input, user interface design, usability, accessibility, and ergonomics. For each topic, 2 speakers will debate by presenting both positive and negative perspectives regarding Samsung Smart TV's design and user experience. Without further ado, let us begin with the first. Now, we will move on to the first topic, which is input. The speakers will discuss the effectiveness and limitations of Samsung Smart TV input method.
Hello everyone, my name is Puteri AFRINA binti SHAHIZUZZINNI. My metric number is B152510214214. Next.
Now, my name is NADHIRAH binti HAFIZ and my matrix number is B1525102884.
Okay, so now we will argue that multiple input methods are helpful for users, especially in modern devices like smart TVs. In today's world, users are very different from one another. Some prefer traditional buttons, while others are more comfortable using voice commands or mobile apps. Because of this diversity, having only one way to interact with a system is not enough. Multiple input methods such as remote control, voice control, and smartphone apps give users freedom, flexibility, and convenience. It allows them to choose that works best for them in different situations.
About flexibility, I believe that multiple input methods can actually confuse users instead of helping them. When users are given too many choices, they often feel overwhelmed. Instead of making things easier, it creates uncertainty about which method to use. This can lead frustration, especially for beginners. So, rather than improving user experience, multiple input methods may actually make system harder to use.
Let me begin with my first point, flexibility and convenience. Different situations require different ways of interaction. For example, if you cannot find your remote control, you can simply use your phone. If your hands are busy, you can use voice commands. This flexibility makes the system more practical and user-friendly in real-life situations.
And the idea of flexibility. But too much flexibility can lead to cognitive overload. When users see multiple options like remote, voice, and app, they may hesitate and think, which one should I use? This confusion slows down interaction instead of improving it. A good system should be simple and clear, not filled with too many choices.
Okay, so I'm going to move to my second point, which is accessibility and inclusivity. Not all users are the same, especially elderly users may prefer physical buttons, while younger users may prefer voice or mobile apps. By providing multiple input methods, we ensure that everyone can use the system comfortably. This makes the technology more inclusive and user-centered.
Inclusivity does not mean adding everything. Many smart TV remotes already have too many buttons, which can confuse the users. Adding voice control and mobile apps only increases the complexity. Instead of helping users, it forces them to learn multiple systems, which can be difficult, especially for older users.
Okay, so my final point is efficiency and time saving. Voice control allows users to perform tasks quickly. For example, saying "Open YouTube" is much faster than navigating through menus using a remote. Also, If one method does not work, users can switch to another. This acts as a backup system, making the experience more reliable.
Voice control sounds efficient, it is not always reliable. It may fail to recognize accents or may not well in noisy environments. When this happens, users become frustrated and may lose trust in the system. So, instead of saving time, it can actually waste your time.
Okay, so I would like to respond to my opponent. The problem is not multiple input methods, it is poor design. If systems are designed properly, users will not feel overwhelmed. They can simply choose one method and ignore the others. Multiple input methods are there to support users, not confuse them.
Even with good design, too many options can be distracting. In human-computer interaction, simplicity is very important. Sometimes, giving fewer but clearer options leads to a better user experience than offering many choices.
Alright, so in conclusion, multiple input methods provide flexibility, accessibility, and efficiency. They allow users to interact with technology in ways that suit their needs. When implemented well, they improve, not harm, and the user experience better.
And to conclude this, multiple input methods may seem helpful, but they often create confusion, increase complexity, and frustrate users. Sometimes less is more, and simplicity is the key to good design.
Okay, so that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you to both speakers. Next, we will continue with user interface design, where the speakers will debate about the layout, visual design, and navigation experience of Samsung Smart
Good day,
TV.
my name is SHUVANESH MURALITHARAN and my metric number is B1525101171. So this is my partner.
Hi, my name is VARMAN son of BALANMURUGAN, and then my metric number is B1525101195.
Okay, so our debate about is this house believes that user interface, that is UI, design must prioritize the strict user control and task efficiency over content promotion and advertising. So my partner and I firmly defend the stance that a user interface might prioritize user control above all else. When we open an app, we have a specific goal. We argue that heavily promotional UIs actively sabotage that goal by forcing the brain to process irrelevant information, causing cognitive fatigue and frustration. So what do you think about it?
What I think is, while my opponent Shua empathize about control, I believe that content promotion is essential for discovery. Without it, users are trapped in their opinion, and promotion introduces users to new experience, content, and product they might ever found on their own, making the system more valuable over time. So, what's your point of view, Shua?
So it's a good one, Varman. So in my first point concern, the science of HCI, it's a high promotion violates that's called is Hick laws, which states that the time it takes make to a decision increase with the number of and complexity of choices. So when an UI clutters the screen with 10 promoted shows instead of a clean watch list, it creates a visual roadblock that takes autonomy away from the user. So I think it's a good point. So what do you think about it, Varman?
I understand where you're coming from, Shua. But then when it comes, it's a concern for clutter. But advertising and promotion are what keep digital services free or affordable, lah. And by prioritizing promotion, developers can create the revenue needed to maintain and improve the system. So what we need is a clean interface is users if the service can no longer afford to operate. So what do you think about
Hmm.
this?
So it's a good one also, but it's in economic viability. So I think my second point is it's about a professional efficiency. Imagine a complex design work like meticulously stacking over vector shapes. If software constantly push sponsored fonts into the center of your canvas, it will destroy the workflow. The UI should get out of the user's way, not interrupt them like a digital billboard. So I think it's a good one. And what do you think about it?
But however, I don't think promotion has to be an interruption because modern AI-driven promotion acts as a suggestion. Because for many users, being told about a new tool or relevant product during their workflow can actually save time by providing with resources they didn't know were available lah. Okay, so what do
Mhm.
you think about that?
Okay, but I think the safety and predictability should be fine also. So in my point of view, I think involves a high stakes environment such as automotive interfaces. In a smart dashboard, a driver requires to immediate predictable control. So they should never have to navigate a recommendation heavy menu to access a basic functions. And in the efficiency wise and safety must always come before business models. So do you agree with it?
I get where you're coming from, sure. While because safety is important, but dynamic interfaces allows for more personalized experience. Because a strict UI can, because a strict user interface can feel static and boring. So by what adding we add promotion and new content, the interface stays fresh and adapts to new changing marketing trends, ensuring that user is always up to date lah by what is happening. Okay. So what do you think about that?
Hmm. Okay, so I would like to respond to you. And forced discovery is just a pilot word of distraction. So HCI studies shows that while users like to curated lists, they prefer them in designated or secondary tabs, not overriding the primary navigation system. True usability empowers the user of their own terms. So, are you agree with it?
But in my response, I argue that strict control can lead to steep learning curve because sometimes the system knows better that the user might be useful, what might be useful for the user. Lah. And then while well-paced promotion guides the user through a journey rather than just leaving them with a blank and empty tool. Lah. Right? So what do you think
Hmm.
about that?
Can be considerable also. But in conclusion, a well-designed UI is a tool, not a billboard. Prioritizing promotion, sacrifice users' autonomy, creates cognitive overload and frustrates the user a lot. So for a system to be truly effective, user control must remain the priority. So I think this one should be prioritized.
True, quite true actually. So what I conclude is content promotion is the bridge between user and the world of new possibilities. So if the economic supports the digital age and keep interfaces from being stagnant, and promotion and design can coexist to create a richer experience from everyone.
Hmm. Yeah, bro, I can accept it.
Okay, bro. So that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now proceed to the third topic, which is usability. The speakers will discuss whether Samsung Smart TV is easy and efficient for users to operate.
Hello, I am Siti Soleha. My matric number is B15251027 I'm from Group A.
Hi, my name is NURUL IZZDAMIA binti NIZAM. My number matrix is B15251026Y and I'm from Group B.
Okay. I would like to begin by stating that Samsung Smart TV offers strong usability through their clean and modern interface. The Smart Hub organizes app, input and setting into one accessible location, allowing users to navigate without confusion. This design is especially helpful for new users who want a simple and efficient experience.
Thank you. While Samsung Smart TVs may appear simple at first, I argue that their usability is actually limited. A system should not only look simple, but also function clearly. In many cases, important settings are hidden within multiple layers, forcing users to spend extra time searching. This creates frustration rather than convenience.
However, usability is not just about finding setting. Samsung Smart TV are known for their fast performance. Application load quickly and switching between apps is smooth. This reduces waiting time and improve the overall user experience.
I acknowledge that Samsung TVs are fast, but speed alone does not equal usability. For example, if a user cannot easily locate the settings they need, then the speed becomes irrelevant. Usability should prioritize clarity and ease of understanding, not just performance.
Samsung also enhances usability through its smart remote design. The remote has fewer buttons, making it less intimidating and easy to use. In addition, voice assistants such as Bixby and Alexa allow users to control the TV hands-free.
While the remote may look simple, fewer buttons can actually reduce usability. Users may struggle to access certain functions quickly because they are not directly available. Furthermore, voice control is not always accurate. When a feature does not work consistently, it becomes unreliable, which negatively affects usability.
Another important feature is Samsung content integration. The TV provide personalized recommendation and allow user to search across multiple apps. This help user find content faster without needing to open each app individually.
Although recommendations may seem helpful, they often include advertisements and sponsored content. This makes the interface feel cluttered and distracting. A user-friendly system should focus on the user's needs, not on promoting content. These ads reduce control and negatively impact the user experience.
Additionally, Samsung Smart TVs are part of larger smart ecosystem. User can connect their TV to other smart device, such as like a home application, creating a more convenient and integrated experience.
Integration is useful, but it does not directly solve usability issues within the TV itself. If the main interface is confusing or inconsistent, adding more features only increases complexity. A good design should first ensure that basic functions are simple and clear before introducing advanced features.
I see. So, in summary, Samsung Smart TV provide a fast, simple, and feature-rich experience that meets the need of most users. You agree?
So, in my conclusion, usability is not defined by speed, appearance, or the number of features. Samsung Smart TVs fall short because of hidden settings, inconsistent navigation, intrusive advertisements, and unreliable voice control. A truly usable system should be clear, consistent, and focused entirely on the user. Therefore, Samsung Smart TVs still have significant room for improvement in terms of usability. Therefore, technology should adapt to the user, not force the user to adapt to it. Thank
All
you.
right.
Next, we will move on to accessibility. The speakers will debate whether Samsung Smart TV provides suitable features and support for users with different needs and abilities.
Good day, everyone. I am Devesh. My metric number is B1525101151. And today, the topic we'll be discussing is accessibility features are ineffective if users cannot easily find them. So I respectfully oppose the motion. While accessibility settings on Samsung Smart TVs may require some navigation, this does not mean that they are ineffective. In fact, these features significantly improve the experience of users with disabilities once activated. So the main point that I'm going to provide is that features provide real benefits. Samsung Smart TVs offer important accessibility tools such as voice guide, closed captions, screen magnification, and high contrast display. These features help users with hearing and visual impairments interact with the television more independently. The actual effectiveness comes from how much the features improve user experience after activation. The second point is poor discoverability. Smart TVs nowadays contain hundreds of functions and customization options. It is unrealistic to place every feature directly on the home screen. To maintain a clean and organized interface, settings must be categorized properly, including accessibility options. The third point is that accessibility should be immediate. Users are not left without guidance. Samsung provides user manuals, online tutorials, customer support, and voice assistant guidance. Family members and caregivers can also assist elderly users in enabling accessibility settings. And the last point that I'm going to point out is that accessibility is still inclusive. Even if accessibility features are slightly hidden, they still promote inclusivity once enabled. For example, subtitles help users with hearing difficulties. Voice guides helps visually impaired users navigate menus. And high contrast modes improve visibility. These are meaningful improvements to user interaction. Speaker from Group B may argue that hidden settings reduce usability. However, usability does not require every feature to be instantly visible. Many advanced features in modern systems are placed inside setting menus for better organization. So, in conclusion, accessibility features on Samsung Smart TVs remain effective because they provide genuine assistance to users with disabilities. Although discoverability can still be improved, the existence and functionality of these tools continue to support inclusivity and better user experience. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is NAZIIF and my metric ID is B15251036. And today I will be supporting the motion that accessibility features are ineffective if the users cannot easily find them. Samsung Smart TVs include accessibility tools such as voice guide, subtitles, screen zoom, and high contrast mode. These features are designed to help elderly users with visual hearings and impairments. However, the main problem is it's not whether the feature exists. The problem is whether the users can actually discover and use them easily. Coming to my main point, in human-computer interaction, usability is extremely important. A feature is only useful when the users can actually access it efficiently. On Samsung Smart TVs, many accessibility settings are buried deep inside the settings menu. Users are often need to go through several navigation layers before finding the options like voice guide, screen magnification for other things as well. And as in for elderly users or users with disabilities, this process can be very confusing and frustrating. Then coming to my next point, one of the main use of HCI, one of the most important thing in HCI is the principle of discoverability. If the users do not know a feature exists, then the feature has very little practical value. For example, some users may not know there is, subtitles can be customized, and some users may not realize that the TV has screen zoom, and also like voice guides. Features are often not introduced during the setup. This means the accessibility tools are technically available, but practically invisible. And for my last point, accessibility should be immediate. Accessibility should never require technical knowledge. Good accessibility design should be easy to locate, easy to activate, and it should require a minimal effort. If users must search through complicated menus, the system actually fails to support the users who actually need help the most. Let's say this, for example, imagine an elderly user with a poor eyesight trying to activate screen zoom. If the text is already difficult to read, navigating through the multiple menus becomes even harder. This creates a contradiction. The users needs accessibility tools in order to actually use the accessibility tools. Speaker from Group A argued that the tutorials and manuals are available. However, accessibility should not depend on external guide or internet searches. A truly user-centered system should make important features immediately visible and intuitive. As in, for my closing statement, I'm going to say that Samsung Smart TVs may provide many accessibility features, but if the users cannot actually easily find them, then their effectiveness is greatly reduced. Accessibility is not just about adding features, it is about ensuring that every user can use, discover, understand, and also use them comfortably. Thank you. That's about it.
Finally, we will discuss ergonomics. The speakers will debate about the comfort, physical interaction, and practicality of Samsung Smart TV's remote and overall design.
Hi, good day to everyone. I'm ANUSHA and my metric number is B152510149 and I'm from Group A.
Hi, good day. My name is Pavitra, daughter of MURUGIAH. My metric number is B152510160. I'm from Group B.
I believe Samsung Smart TV has a very good ergonomic design. First, the remote is lightweight and easy to hold. Users can comfortably use it with one hand for a long time without feeling tired.
I understand that point, but being lightweight does not always mean better. Sometimes the remote feels too slim and can easily slip from the user's hand, especially for elderly users.
That is true for some users, but Samsung designed the remote with a compact shape so it fits naturally in the hand. This makes navigation easier and more comfortable compared to a large traditional remotes.
However, the compact design also creates another issue whereby the buttons are smaller and closely arranged, making them harder to press accurately, especially for users with poor eyesight or larger fingers.
Besides that, Samsung uses a minimalized design with fewer buttons. This reduces clutter and helps user focus only on important controls like volume, home, and channel buttons.
But fewer buttons can also make the remote less practical. Some functions are hidden inside menus, so users need extra steps just to access simple settings.
Samsung also introduced voice control feature. User can simply speak command instead of pressing many buttons, which reduce physical efforts and improve accessibility.
Voice control is also useful, but it is not always reliable. Background noise, accents, or unclear pronunciation can cause the system to misunderstand command.
From the human-computer interaction perspective, Samsung's ergonomic design provides a cleaner, simpler, and more modern interaction experience for users.
From my perspective, ergonomics should prioritize usability for all age groups. A design may look modern, but if elderly users struggle to use it, then the ergonomic design is not fully effective.
In conclusion, Samsung Smart TV successfully creates a comfortable and efficient ergonomic experience through its lightweight remote, minimalized layout, and smart features.
To conclude, although Samsung Smart TV has an attractive modern design, there are still ergonomic weaknesses related to accessibility, button size, and practicality. That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
In conclusion, Samsung Smart TV offers many modern features and interactive designs. However, like any technology, it also has both strengths and weaknesses from the human-computer interaction perspective. Through this debate, we can better understand how HCI principles affect user experience and satisfaction. Thank you for your attention.